Hi folks, I am attempting to paint my very first acrylic paint ever. I've never painted an acrylic before. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. Making my first attempt ever of painting acrylic. I do not know the technique. I've never painted this way before. My daughter and grandkids bought me this paint set for Christmas this past year. I was really excited because I've always wanted to learn how to paint in acrylic. I follow Scott Jacobs and Bill Phillips. Their paintings is just like, oh wow, that's incredible. I actually got to meet Bill Phillips, and those of you who don't know of the man's work, both Scotty and Bill paint photorealistic acrylics or oils. And Bill lives right up the road from me. I was able to meet him one time, and he got to see some of my watercolor, and he paid me a really nice compliment stating that my watercolor is better than his watercolor, but he does paint better in acrylic, and he says watercolor is really hard. Well, I don't know any better because I've never done anything else other than watercolor as far as painting goes. So Bill and Scott, they're my heroes. I look up to them. Now Bill, his photos, vintage aircraft, war aircraft, and reminiscent America. He got his his paintings commissioned by the U.S. Postal Service, and they turned him into a series of postal stamps. Wow, what an honor and a privilege to be able to get your work out like that. And Scott, he is the licensed painter for the Marilyn Monroe organization, also the Harley Davidson and other organizations. He's their only licensed painter that can paint their stuff with license. They're both really good, and I met Scotty, not personally, but I was introduced to his work through a series of Undercover Millionaire, and he was in that one episode of that series. That was pretty cool. But anyway, that's how I was introduced to them. But now this is my first attempt at trying to paint. I already entered it into the fair. I hadn't painted yet, but this is going into the county fair. Hopefully I can at least get a participant ribbon for it. But I'm trying to do it, and it's going to be difficult. So let's finish this. This is what I did in an hour and a half last night when I first got back home from work, and then I'm gonna finish it today while I'm canning pickles for the fair. Yes, that's right, I'm doing two things at once. I'm canning pickles and doing a painting. So let the games begin. Okay, I've had them in the water bath canner for 20 minutes. It's time to take them out. Now there's one just popped. You want to hear 3 pops. That means they got sealed. Good and proper. Okay, now that that's done, let's get back to painting. Okay, I'm gonna call this done. I'm gonna go ahead and go down to the hobby store and see if I can find a suitable frame because I want this presented very well at the fair. So the last thing I need to do is put my monogram. There it is, my very first ever acrylic paint. I've never been taught techniques on acrylic. I was just guessing. I hope I don't know, we'll see how it does at the fair. Yeah. I think I could be doing better. I think I could done better. But we are our own worst critic. Well, this is the finished product. And this was a day of multitasking, canning pickles and painting my first acrylic painting. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this Homestead craft project on painting acrylics for the first time ever. Stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think of my paintings. And also, you could follow us on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, Blogger, Instagram, Snapchat, and Tumblr. And also LinkedIn, but on Facebook you can find me under Jerry Hanson. So we'll see you guys at the fair. Bye bye.